All righty, here we are, folks. We just finished up Don McDowell Outdoors right here on Fox Sports 910, part of iHeartRadio. Just awesome place to be here, and we're on 99.9 FM here locally in downtown Phoenix, Arizona. But here's what I want to tell you today. We're looking at the pragmatic view of the obvious. That's who I am, and that's what I do. And there's a view of the obvious that the media, except for Fox, overlooks. Each week, we've been on the air live for 20 years. 20 years. Do the math. My first show was right before September 11th occurred, and the second radio show I did was extremely emotional. Was very difficult. Said I didn't want the world I was doing. All I know is 3,000 people got killed by some terrorists. And, as we've moved along, we've evolved into the conservation, which is political. There's folks out there that want you and me off the landscape. They don't want us to enjoy our passion, which happens to be hunting, fishing, recreating outdoors, and all those kinds of things. Each week, as I prepare to come in here and talk for 2 hours about hunting and fishing and our passion and the thing we love, it's difficult to do. It gets to be more difficult as we move along because the world's on fire. And, I'm going to sit here and talk about hunting and fishing. Okay. Is it exciting? Yeah, I love it. I do. I hunt and fish more than I want to admit to. And, but the thing that occurs to me, the left-wing media seems to omit a lot of stuff that's going on, and it occurs to me, I wonder how much blood the Democrats will actually have on their hands before they quit picking on Donald Trump for trying to put a stop to some of this, like he did with Soleimani, who's been a terrorist for over 20 years. And forgive me, the other gentleman that got whacked over there with the drone strike, I forget his name, but he was a bad guy too. They were attacking our embassy, trying to kill our people there, trying to kill our soldiers. And as we're doing last week's radio show, as I'm sitting right here 1 week ago, Specialist Henry Mayfield Jr. was killed in Kenya. The Manda Bay airfield in Kenya, along with 2 other DoD contractors in an attack by Al-Shabaab. And that was preceded, as I told you last week, by ISIS was killing Christians. They're up to that thing again. I know there's some jackass over there, doing his imitation as Jihadi John, chopping off heads. They got 10 with that were beheaded. One gentleman was shot in the back of the head with a handgun. And then the terrorists, Al-Shabaab or whoever the hell it was in Somalia, you call up Representative Omar, I'm sure she's in contact with them. They had a bomb and killed 80 people. And then yesterday, as we're preparing for the radio show, 2 more American soldiers were killed in Afghanistan by another roadside bomb. We've lost 2 more. We'll tell you about. We don't have any names. I think one of them was from Indiana, and we don't know who the other soldier was. But the world's on fire, and the Democrats, and I absolutely cannot wrap my head around their thought process. I look and listen to Nancy Pelosi for the entertainment value, and it's upsetting. And the thought occurred to me why her family, mental health is a big issue in the United States. If you don't think it is, listen to Chuck Schumer. He used to be a good senator. He's not anymore. Adam Schiff, I don't know what he was ever good at, if anything. Military intelligence or intelligence and Schiff are an oxymoron. Nancy Pelosi is a primary example of the mental health illness that is rampant in America with the left-wing Democrats, and especially CNN, MSNBC, and so on, the drive-by media, Joe in the Morning or whatever the hell his name is, looks like Mr. Potato Head. What's up with that haircut? And anyway, and then Pencil Neck Adam Schiff, these guys, Why doesn't Nancy Pelosi's family do a mental health intervention and take her down to Walgreens and give her some Polident to keep her dentures in while she's picking on my president? He's done a good job. He's acted within the War Powers Act. This past week they voted in the partisan ruled Congress another non-binding bill to pick on Donald Trump. I mean, just pick on. They're not running the country. We're getting prepared to run down on the border and look at some of the things that are put into effect, not only the fence, but there's some buffers in there we're going to tell you about to protect the environment and protect some of our southern Arizona towns and regions from fires that the cartel says that you will not hear about from the drive-by media. Fox Sports is pretty good about doing the reporting. They did have a mention about Specialist Mayfield that was killed in Kenya and some of the other folks. But anyway, we'll try to keep you abreast of things that are going on. But 2020 is here. It's important to get off the couch, learn the subjects, and we got to get the Democrats out of the House, man. Get them out of the House, back in the garage where they. Let's put them in the woods with Hillary. What a thought. I'm Don McDowell, huntingfishing.com. Pragmatic view of the obvious. See you next week.